Hey guys, we're live. It says, I hope you are having an amazing day wherever you are in the world. I'm here in Canberra, Australia. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Anna and I'm a manifesting coach, and I help women with big dreams let go of their limiting beliefs and the fears that are holding them back from living their ideal dream life. So today I wanted to check in and say hi and talk to you about something that I'm really passionate about. And not having this presence in your life is what is pushing away the things that you desire. So this is all about self-love. Now, as I said, I absolutely love this subject because this has everything to do with who you truly are. Socrates says, know thyself. Now, when you question, okay, well, who am I? Why am I here? Where do I come from? When you question those massive questions, you then start to open up your heart. Then you start to open up your heart space to say, well, okay, well, what is this all about? And when you tap into that side of questioning who you are, you start to get the answers to the big questions. Now, ultimately, self-love is really just about accepting who we are. It's understanding our true nature. It's understanding who we are and how we fit in this global scheme, this universe, this planet that we're on, which is actually like a speck of dust in the universe. It's absolutely mystical and amazing. I love this stuff. Thank you for the hearts. Hi, Maya. So, okay, well, let's talk about, okay, well, who are you really? Okay, now you are a mystery from the universe. You are an expression of the divine. You are the sparkle in divinity's eye. When you really grasp this, when you really understand this, you start to create a shift. Your heart space starts to open. You see the world from a different perspective. So what happened to us when we were growing up? If we're, the apple of the eye in the universe. Sorry, I'll just look at Maya says, I'm struggling with coping with the love and dignity from respect from people, especially close. I can't see the rest of the comment. Maya, this is going to be really good for you then, because when you love yourself, when you fall in love with life, you don't struggle anymore. It doesn't matter what's happening on the external world, because it's all a reflection of the internal world. You need to work on yourself. You need to look at, what's missing? What's missing for me? Where is my connection to the divine missing? Okay, so we have to shift our perspective from the outside world and shift it on the inside world. Okay, this is where you start. This is where all change starts. So babies, when you see a baby that's like a 3-month-old baby or 4-month-old baby, when they're starting to respond and they're starting to smile, and when they start to crawl, they are just blissful beings because they have no ego, or their ego isn't developed yet. They know themselves to be love. They see and perceive the world around them as something of excitement and something to explore, because they come from this pure inner self-bliss and self-joy state. So look at a baby next time, a little baby, 3, 4, 5 months old. Their energy resonates. We resonate with that. We kind of go, ooh, goo goo and gaga when we see a little baby or a puppy or something like that that doesn't have the presence of ego, because we see that reflection of ourselves in that thing. That is our original state. That is our pure state, right? So you need to work on yourself. When you work on yourself, when you learn to incrementally love yourself, then this is when you, like Maya says, I'm struggling with coping with love and the dignity from respect from people. That means it's a reflection of something that you're feeling within yourself, Maya. You need to turn inward. You need to say, okay, well, where does that come from? And this is what I help with my coaching clients. I help them identify, okay, so where are patterns coming from that they're repeating in their adult lives now? Where are they coming from? Where did they start from in the first place? When we clear that, it's kind of like washing stains off clothing, okay? We live our lives like, this is how I kind of an analogy for it. We're born into this time space reality, and we're wearing these like beautiful white garments, and then as we move through this time-space reality in our lives, we pick up stains, and we pick up something. It happens to us. We get hurt. Oops, there's a big stain on my beautiful white blissful gown. Or someone rejects us. Oops, there's another stain on this white gown. Or someone's let us down. Or we didn't get this thing that we expected. Or when the external world starts to stain our garment, then this is when we then walk through life with a stained garment. Our perspective of life is a stains. We're looking through this stained perspective. So what do? We learn to start to love ourselves. We learn to start to accept ourselves. We learn to step into our pure authenticity. Okay. Now this stepping into our pure authenticity is about also then connecting with who you are, connecting with that divine aspect, that divine essence of who you are. So Maya says, finding difficult to trust and get from respect from you love the most close. Well, Maya, that's just a reflection of what you're feeling within yourself. We never expect anything from the external world. We change the internal world. So we've got to say, okay, well, where did I get this trust issue from? Where did that come from? Why, if people are not respecting me on the outside, it means it's a reflection of me showing that I don't respect myself. We start learning to love ourselves every day a little bit. We're washing a little bit of that stain from our past. Okay, so when we're born, those little beautiful babies that are pure love and light, and then we start to move into the world, and we get offended, we get hurt, we see, oops, we start to feel separate from our truth, from our reality, from divinity, from the divine, and then we start to get hurt, we start to feel pain, and so all of a sudden this huge expansion of ourselves, this pure blissful energy that we are, then starts to shrink. And the more hurt we get in the external world, the more our energy shrinks. Then we're moving through life, this compounded, contracted being, instead of understanding that we are everything. When you start to love yourself, Maya, when you start to love yourself, all of that, the external world will shift. It's how it happens. The external world is the mirror of our consciousness. When you start to remember who you are, okay, Maya, when you start to remember who you are, now this is for everybody, then that starts to shift, because people will then start to respond to you differently, because what you're mirroring externally starts to diminish, it starts to disappear. You start to mirror love, self-love, you start to mirror acceptance, you start to mirror awe, you start to mirror gratitude and appreciation. That when you're feeling that in the internal world and you're living in that energetic reality in every moment, then the external world shifts, okay? It shifts on its own. So this is something that we need to really be conscious of, because people go through lives without this understanding or without this knowledge, and this is where all our hurt and our pain comes from in our reality, because we don't understand who we truly are. If you understood who you truly are, that you are divinity, individualized as a human being, you're a spiritual being having a human experience, which means that you are one with everything. You have the creative power. Human beings on the planet are the only species really that have this divinity of creative power. Everything is conscious. That's animals, insects, plants. There's consciousness. Everything on the planet itself is a consciousness. But we are the creative force. We are the creative force of the universe that flows through us into our being for the expression and the expansion of the universe. Okay, so when you think about that, wow, that's how amazing I am. That's how incredible I am. When you start to view the world from that perspective, you start to view self from that perspective, then you kind of go, you're humbled. You're actually humbled. Okay, now you are connected to the universe. You are connected to everything. You are connected to divinity. You just need to ask. You just need to reach up, look up, and just ask for a sign, ask for a message, and feel that blissful state within you. And it takes a bit of practice. Okay, it takes a bit of practice. If you've been devoid from this emotion and this feeling for a very long time, it's going to take a little while. But it should be a daily practice to step into your being, to step into your authenticity, just to step into your divine power. Okay, so you have to also understand this, that you are a 1 in 400 trillion chance of being born. In my eyes, that makes you pretty special. 1 in 400 trillion, that ovum and the sperm met to create you. Think about that for a second. Just think about that for a second. Okay? Because we come into this world and our souls have all of these amazing desires and dreams and goals, and then all of a sudden our external experience growing up, all of a sudden we shrink and we say, well, who am I? These are 5 signs that you don't love yourself. Okay, these feelings, I'm not good enough. Does this resonate with you? I'm not worthy. I can't have what I want. I don't love myself. And I don't accept myself. Now, these are signs, if you resonate with any of these are signs that you don't love yourself, that you don't love and accept yourself, okay? Now, because in the loving and the accepting of yourself, this is where the ultimate magic is. It's where true bliss and true joy and abundance and happiness stems from that feeling, from that vibration, from that energy, okay? So, Socrates, I think I said this earlier, Socrates said, know thyself, explore who you are, learn, ask, who am I in this world? How did I come here? Who am I? What is my purpose? What is my soul's journey? What do I love? What do I love doing? Who do I love being? Explore yourself, and every day find something to appreciate. Find something that lifts your heart. Find something that makes your heart sing. And remember, remember who you truly are. Now, here are 4 steps. Okay, 4 steps to help you learn to love yourself a little bit more. Okay, so stop all internal criticism. We are always we have this bully in our head that keeps us from our true self. When you're bullying yourself and you're giving yourself internal criticism, I'm too fat, or I don't have what I want, or I'm not good enough, or all those things that I said, these are all self-criticisms. Stop that. When you feel that, just nip it in the bud. Just cancel. Okay, be conscious of the internal dialogue. Now, and when you start to feel that you're criticizing yourself, cancel, stop. Okay, because you can control your thoughts. It's up to you to control these thoughts. So stop internal criticism. So be grateful for who you are in your life. So find something every day to remind you about gratitude. I love seeing the sunrise. Like this morning, there was an incredible sunrise. This was before the sun came up. It was just beautiful pinks and purples in the sky. And I just stood at my bedroom window and I just stood still and just was one with the sunrise. So you can do that as well. That is helping you to connect with your divinity. It's the same with the sunset. You can stop and look at the colors. Stop and be one with the colors, okay? That awakens the divinity within you. Oh, that was my number 3 as well. Stop and be still. So just look at something. Look at the beauty of a flower. Look at the majesty of a tree. Look at the incredible expression of clouds, the individual clouds that flow by. Okay, so stop and be still, because it's in this running around. We're always running around, frantically getting everything done, that we're forgetting ourselves. And when we're frantically running around, we lose touch with ourselves. We lose touch with who we truly are. We lose touch with that magic and that joy and that self-love. We need to create space, and we need to create time to feel and time to be. And step number 4 is pray and meditate, whatever that means for you. Hi, darling. Hi, Louise. I haven't seen you for ages. So good to see you. So pray. What's your belief system? I believe in a higher power, but we're the extension of that higher power. that we're not separate from it, but it responds to us. Okay, it responds to us. You can reach out, but don't pray as in, can I have this please? Or don't pray in lack. Pray in gratitude, or pray in appreciation, or pray in acceptance, or pray for a sign, or pray to feel more connected, or pray to wake up the senses of feeling love for yourself. It's truly powerful. It really works. And meditate. So meditation could mean just sitting on the lawn under a tree, or sitting by the beach. You can have your eyes open, you can have your eyes closed, or there's I've said this many times in different videos, you can listen to beautiful soft music or guided meditations. There's tons of them on YouTube, all for free. This is really about just tapping into yourself. It's remembering who you truly are. It's remembering to love yourself. It's remembering how magnificent and amazing you are. You are an individual creation of divinity. You are an expression of life itself. That's just, I love to feel that way. When you feel that way, the problems of the world and the problems in your life start to diminish. Okay, so the higher you, or the more you feel self-love for yourself, the smaller your problems become, because they won't matter. They shrink away. Because when you feel that self-love, your heart expands. This light, there's a light, it's kind of this energetic light that just expands. And when that light expands, darkness diminishes. You can't have darkness and light in the same space. Okay? So learn to love yourself. Make that your priority. Make that your priority is, okay, how do I start to love myself? Ask that question. You can ask the universe, okay, how do I learn to love myself? Please send me a sign, or send me a book, or send me a coach, or whatever it is. Ask and it is given. It will always be given. But most people just miss the signs because they're not aware of them. They ask for something and then they go about their day feeling the absence of that thing that they're looking for, and then all of a sudden that they'll miss the signs then. So if this resonates for you guys, my specialty is I do help people learn to love themselves. It's part of my coaching program. If this resonated with you, if you feel like you need some help to learn to re-love yourself, and if you want to learn the ways to manifest things that you desire and release the blocks that are stopping you from having those things, then send me a private message and I send you a link about my coaching program, Manifest Intensive. It's a beautiful program that I created at the beginning of the year, and helping people learn to love themselves is my specialty, because when you learn to love yourself, that's when everything starts to open. That's when your resistance to the things that you desire starts to melt away, because you understand who you truly are, you understand your strength, you understand your connection to the divine, and you understand your true, authentic power. Okay, so learn to love yourself, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.